Will you walk with me forever, hand in hand through time's endless tide? Will you stand by my side, shoulder to shoulder, as we cross the threshold of our days together, weathering the storms and basking in the light of every dawn? As the days weave into years, will your presence be the constant that keeps my world steady? Can we journey side by side, not as two separate souls, but as one heart beating together in the quiet of the night and the rapture of the day? I have often wondered, what is it that makes us seek companionship so desperately? Is it the fear of being alone, or the longing for someone to share in the beauty and the trials of life? For I have discovered something in this world. It is not the single moments that make life worth living, but the collection of moments that weave together, stories told in glances, words, laughter, and sometimes ending in silence. There is a magic in simply existing alongside another person, their presence so intertwined with your own that the mere thought of walking the road without them seems impossible. Will you walk with me forever, through the quiet seasons of our lives, as the world shifts and changes around us, carrying us with it, yet never pulling us apart? We will age together, like trees planted side by side in the earth. We will grow, bend, and stretch toward the sunlight, but we will never fall away from each other. Like roots intertwined beneath the soil, our connection will be so deep that even when the leaves of time begin to change, we will stand firm, side by side. There is comfort in knowing someone sees you for who you truly are, every flaw, every imperfection, and still chooses to walk beside you. That, I believe, is one of the greatest gifts of love and companionship, the willingness to accept someone not despite their imperfections, but because of them. In a world that often tells us to hide our weaknesses and put on a mask of perfection, to find someone who embraces your authenticity is nothing short of extraordinary. It is the warmth of their presence that melts away the fears of rejection and self-doubt. Together, we build something stronger than what we could ever create alone, a bond that does not rely on perfection but thrives in the shared experience of our humanity. I know, too, that the road we walk will not always be smooth. There will be days when the winds of hardship blow fierce and the rain of sorrow falls so heavily that we may find ourselves seeking shelter. There will be moments when we stumble, when our steps falter, and the path seems unclear. But it is in these moments of uncertainty that we will find the true measure of our commitment to one another. For love is not tested in the moments of peace, but in the storms that test our resilience. And even when the skies are dark and the thunder crashes above us, I believe that if we walk together, side by side, we will find the strength to endure. Will you walk with me forever, not just when the sun shines and the world is bright, but when the shadows stretch long and the night seems to last forever? Can we find a way to hold each other up when the weight of the world feels too much to bear? Can we remind one another, in those darkest hours, that we are not alone and that together we can weather any storm? In the quiet moments of the evening, as the stars begin to twinkle above us, imagine often our footsteps echoing in the silence, a rhythm known only to the two of us. The path we walk may not always be clear, but it will be also an adventure in every sense of the word. I dream of the places we will go, the people we will meet, and the memories we will create along the way. Each day will be an opportunity to write a new chapter in our story, a story of love, perseverance, and a shared commitment to one another. I do not ask for perfection, for I know that neither of us are perfect. I do not ask for a life without challenges, for I understand that growth often comes from adversity. What I ask for, what I long for, is a promise that no matter what comes our way, we will face it together. A promise that through the highs and lows, the joys and sorrows, we will remain united, walking hand in hand through every season of life. In the years to come, there will be moments when the weight of time presses upon us, and we may find ourselves weary from the journey. But even in those moments, I will find solace in the knowledge that you are beside me, your presence a steady and comforting reminder that we are in this together. Your laughter, your touch, your words, they will be the light that guides me through even the darkest days. We will not always have answers, nor will we always know what lies ahead. But we will have each other, and that, I believe, is enough. In the end, it is not the destination that matters, but the journey, the path we walk together, the shared experiences, the lessons learned, and the love that sustains us. And as we walk this road, we will create a life that is uniquely ours, a life defined not by the challenges we face, but by the love that we share. Will you walk with me forever, knowing that the road will not always be easy, but that we will face it together? Will you promise me that, even when the world feels too big and the future too uncertain, you will continue to walk by my side? For I cannot imagine a future without you in it, and I do not wish to. With you, every moment becomes more meaningful, every step more significant, and every challenge more bearable. Together, we will create a life filled with love, laughter, and the kind of memories that make the journey worthwhile. There will be days when we feel the weight of the years pressing on us, when our bodies grow tired and our steps slow. But even in those moments when we are no longer as young as we once were, I hope we will still be able to look at one another and remember the countless memories we've made, the love we've shared, and the promise we made all those years ago. Will you still walk with me then, in the quiet of our later years when the world around us changes and time moves on? I hope that when we look back on our lives, we will see a tapestry of moments of joy and sorrow, laughter and tears, triumphs and setbacks, and know that we walked through it all together. We will have created something beautiful, not through grand gestures or perfect days, but through the simple act of showing up for each other day after day. And when the final chapter of our story is written, I hope it will be filled with the knowledge that we gave everything we had to one another, that we walked through this life not as two separate individuals, but as a united force bound together by love. Will you walk with me forever? I believe you already are, in ways both seen and unseen. And as we continue this journey, one step at a time, I know that I will never be alone, for you will always be beside me as we face the future hand in hand. Together we will walk forever through every season, every storm, and every sunrise, knowing that as long as we have each other, we will always have everything we need. So yes, my lovey, I will walk with you forever. And I hope that you will walk with me too, for there is no one else with whom I would rather share this journey.